Hello everyone. Welcome to Kansas Future. Before we dive into the details, if you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan and want to stay on top of everything, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. You won't want to miss the upcoming updates. Now, let's get to what really matters. In a bold and unexpected move, the Kansas City Chiefs have decided to strengthen their offensive arsenal amidst the challenges of this season by bringing in none other than DeAndre Hopkins to play alongside Patrick Mahomes. Yes, that's right. With the season progressing and some injuries impacting the offense, the Chiefs made a major move, trading with the Tennessee Titans for the star wide receiver. Hopkins' arrival brings a breath of fresh air to Mahomes and head coach Andy Reid, who had already expressed the need for more options on offense. But what does Travis Kelce, the big name in this offense so far, have to say about this new partnership? Well, Kelce isn't one to stay silent when it comes to the team, and he opened up on his podcast, New Heights, where he spoke with his brother Jason. What he revealed was surprising. It's amazing, man. Having D-Hop in the building is one of those things you can feel in the atmosphere. I call him the swag champ. When a guy like him walks in, everyone feels more confident, said Kelce, making it clear that Hopkins is not only a talent on the field, but also a natural leader who inspires the team. For those still skeptical about this new addition, Kelce's first impressions already say a lot. He praised the way Hopkins integrated into the team, a complete professional who came ready to learn, integrate, and give his all from day one. It only took 2 practices for him to sync with Mahomes and Reid's offense before his debut, but it was enough to make a difference. Now, you might be wondering, how did that debut go? In a hard-fought game against the Las Vegas Raiders, Hopkins showed he's ready to contribute. He managed 2 receptions for 29 yards, while Kelce shined with 10 catches for 90 yards and a touchdown, helping the Chiefs secure a 27-20 victory. Not bad for a first game, huh? But the most impressive part came after the game. Andy Reid promised that Hopkins would have an even bigger role in the coming games, and he didn't hold back on the praise. He really handled everything in an exemplary way. He's been committed from day one, studied the plays, asked questions, stayed late, and came in early. His role is going to keep growing, and I'm confident he's ready for it. Words from Reid that show just how much he believes in D-Hop and the impact he can bring to the Chiefs' offense. But you might be wondering, what about Kelce? Does he feel his role could shrink with another big name joining the offense? Well, the answer is that the chemistry between these 2 veterans seems to be just beginning. Kelce, coming off one of his best performances, seems thrilled with the chance to share the workload and confident that Hopkins' presence only strengthens the team as a whole. After all, it's not about competition between them, but about joining forces for a season full of promise. And let's be honest, Chiefs fans, this move couldn't have come at a better time. DeAndre Hopkins is a big name, and he brings that extra swag the Chiefs' offense deserves. With Mahomes leading, Kelce shining as always, and now Hopkins as another option, our offensive firepower has reached a whole new level. But I want to hear from you, loyal Chiefs fans. Does this addition put the team directly on the Super Bowl path? How do you think Reid will balance the attack with both Kelce and D-Hop? Leave your opinion in the comments, and let's see how far this team can go. Who knows? Maybe this is the season we bring another trophy home to Kansas City. What a game last night. Henrique here, bringing you an exclusive, in-depth analysis of one of the most electrifying matchups of the season. Before we dive into the details, make sure to hit that like button to support the channel, because what's coming up is sure to leave you speechless. Now, let's get to the good stuff. The Chiefs remain unstoppable, and as expected, Field Commander Patrick Mahomes shone brightly. This time, it was in a thrilling showdown against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And let me tell you, this victory didn't come easy. The game had it all: comebacks, overtime, and of course, breathtaking performances by Travis Kelce and DeAndre Hopkins. Yes, fans, Hopkins was crucial for this win. I'll break down every detail of this epic game and show you how these stars led the Chiefs to an impressive 8-0 season record. Let's start with the thrilling storyline of the fourth quarter. Watching the clock closely, the Chiefs, under the rain, defied adverse conditions, pushing for a comeback with a sequence of precise passes from Mahomes. He threw for 291 yards and 3 touchdowns, a complete showcase. But it was in the most intense moments that the newly acquired DeAndre Hopkins, with his 2 touchdown receptions, proved why he was such an important addition for Kansas City. Those who watched saw Hopkins shine alongside Travis Kelce, who recorded an impressive 14 receptions for 100 yards. Hopkins extended the lead, putting the Chiefs up 24-17 and giving the team hope of winning without overtime. However, the game script had one last challenge. Baker Mayfield, the Buccaneers quarterback, wasn't going down without a fight. With impressive poise, he He led Tampa Bay on a decisive drive in the final minutes. With only 27 seconds left, Mayfield threw a perfect pass to Ryan Miller, who reached the end zone, tying the game at 24-24 and forcing overtime. It was the kind of nail-biting decision that fans live for. The Bucs could have risked it all with the two-point conversion for the win, but they opted for the safer route, kicking the extra point and extending the battle. And the ending? It was a spine-tingler. Luck smiled on the Chiefs in the coin toss. Exactly the chance Mahomes needed. Like a precision machine, he completed 5 consecutive passes, driving the team deep into scoring territory. Then, it was Kareem Hunt's turn to shine. With an incredible 2-yard run, he sealed the game, giving Kansas City a 30-24 victory. It was a historic moment for the Chiefs, stretching their winning streak to 14 games, a feat that few Super Bowl champions achieve in subsequent seasons. Let's be real, everyone. This game was a clear warning to the NFL. With Patrick Mahomes at the helm and now DeAndre Hopkins on our side, the Chiefs are more dangerous than ever. The chemistry we saw with Travis Kelce and Hopkins shows that Kansas City isn't just focused on winning games. We're building a true offensive empire. On the Jumbotron, on what has been a rainy day here in Kansas City, the unbeaten 2-time reigning champions led by Patrick Mahomes look to extend their winning streak to 14. A 2-time MVP, a 3-time champion. It's been an uneven start statistically. But who cares? Nobody beats him until somebody beats him. Does it really matter? Meanwhile, Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers are right in the mix on the back end of a crowded NFC playoff picture. It's not too early to talk about their push to get back on track after consecutive losses and some significant injuries. It's Monday Night Countdown from Kansas City, and it starts right now, presented by ESPN Bet. We're here at GHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium, and I'm Scott Van Pelt, alongside Ryan Clark, Marcus Spears, and Jason Kelce. We've got a weekend full of NFL action to discuss, including this significant matchup with the reigning 2-time champs, who remain undefeated. But before we dive in, Jason, I know you've got something on your mind, and I want to give you the floor. Jason Kelce. Yeah, I think everybody's seen what took place on social media this week. I'm not happy with how things went down. In a heated moment, I chose to greet hate with hate, and I just don't think that's productive. It doesn't lead to discourse, and it's not the right approach. I fell down to a level that I shouldn't have. I try to live my life by the golden rule. That's what I've always been taught. I aim to treat people with decency and respect, and I'll keep doing that, even though I fell short this week. Ryan Clark, much respect, bro. Real talk, no doubt. You've got more to say. We'll be here to listen. But now, as you said, let's get back to the game. And look who's walking into the building. Is that Andy Reid? Oh, there he is, looking ready for action. This Chiefs team just doesn't lose football games. They're aiming to win 14 straight, including the playoffs, which would be the longest streak in franchise history. And it's a franchise with multiple Lombardis, having won back-to-back championships. Ryan Clark. Yeah, the Chiefs haven't been the explosive offensive machine we saw in Mahomes' early days. But they're still finding ways to win. They've gone out and filled gaps, adding a pass rusher, adding a playmaker in DeAndre Hopkins. This is a team that doesn't settle. They're undefeated. And with Hopkins, we'll get to see how this offense continues to evolve. Jason Kelce. Absolutely. They're working with what they've got and still finding success. They're running the ball more than they ever have in Mahomes' career. Over 40% of plays, which is the highest in his career. Andy Reid is calling the game based on the pieces he has, and they're still finding ways to win. I love seeing the offensive line get after it. Watching guys like Creed Humphrey, Joe Thuney, and Trey Smith is a treat. Marcus Spears. On the other side, the defense has been stepping up, shouldering a lot of the load for an offense that doesn't always need to be explosive. They're winning games with a well-rounded approach. This should be an exciting game tonight, with the Chiefs continuing to evolve offensively and the defense playing lights out. All eyes are on Kansas City as they aim to keep this streak alive. It's 6:05, 5:05 local time, and Swagu's clapping loud. I love this move. I love this Uche Nwosu move. It's one of those defining decisions we've seen the Chiefs make over the past 5 to 7 years. A move that shifts the team's focus. Brett Veach has been brilliant in finding the right pieces. Sure, signing an elite player is great, but when you make a move like adding Uche, you're saying, we've created one-on-ones across the line of scrimmage. This defense is leading the Kansas City Chiefs, and this addition just makes them even better. What should make Chiefs Kingdom, Chiefs fans, feel amazing is that the organization is at the top of their game. Yet they still play with urgency. They're not resting, even though they're in the sweet spot. While other teams might be searching for a Hail Mary solution, the Chiefs are focused, undefeated, and still stacking their lineup. Looking at the schedule on the Jumbotron, it's hard to find a game that feels losable. It's the NFL, so anything can happen. But tonight, they're favored against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If they win here, let's look ahead. Denver could be tricky. Buffalo is always a challenge with Josh Allen. But the rest of the lineup, Carolina, Las Vegas, Houston, looks winnable. Circle Pittsburgh and Denver to end the season. Those could be tough if they're already in rest mode. But by then, the Chiefs could very well be hosting playoff games. And speaking of excitement at Arrowhead, there's one big question on everyone's mind tonight. Will Taylor Swift be in the stands to support her boyfriend, Travis Kelce? Swift has been a regular at his games, even with her packed Eras Tour schedule. She's in Indianapolis on November 3rd, but with her next show not until November 14th in Toronto. There is hope she could make it to Kansas City to cheer on Kelce and feel the Arrowhead energy. This game is key for the Chiefs to continue their dominance in the NFL. And if Taylor shows up, it only adds to the electric atmosphere. What do you think, Chiefs Kingdom? Will Taylor be there to give Kelce and the team that extra motivation? Stay tuned, Chiefs fans, because this ride is far from over. Leave your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all the Chiefs news. See you in the next video.